Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Thursday, 6th June 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. UN relief supplies have finally started to roll into Port-au-Prince, Haiti, amidst the gang warfare there. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Food and medicine from the United Nations World Food Programme have finally reached Port-au-Prince. The airport has reopened, allowing supplies to be distributed despite armed groups controlling the roads and port. More in this Al Jazeera news report.
Food and medicine from the UN's World Food Programme is finally reaching the Haitian capital. Port-au-Prince's airport, shut down since March, has been reopened, allowing supplies to be distributed across the city.
The roads in and out of Port-au-Prince are controlled by armed groups. The port has been closed for a long time and was looted, and the airport was closed. So effectively, Port-au-Prince for the past few months has been an island. So it's really important for WFP and other humanitarians to be able to bring supplies into the city to run essential programs.
People in Cité Soleil, the city's biggest slum, were facing catastrophic levels of hunger. But the UN's food agency says that it's been able to deliver more than 600 tons of rice, beans, and vegetable oil to more than 90,000 in the past month. But that might not be enough. Eugénie Pierre-Charles is 70 years old and says her vegetable stall was destroyed during the violence.
Sometimes I'm very hungry, so I ask people for a bite, but they humiliate me. I've never had to beg. I always manage to run my business. It really hurts. I had my work before, but the gangs forced me out.
Haiti has been gripped by violence since February, when armed gangs launched a campaign to remove then Prime Minister Ariel Henry. About 5 million Haitians, or nearly half of the population, face acute hunger. 1.5 million are on the verge of starvation.
The Haitian people, right now, they're hungry, they're desperate. They're going to take the food aid. They're going to take, whatever security can be provided. But it doesn't solve the underlying problem of the hunger, desperation, and lack of services that the people suffer under.
Gary Conil, a long-time UN development expert who was recently appointed the country's new prime minister, arrived in Haiti on Saturday. He faces a monumental task in a country that remains on the brink of total disaster. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera.
Disaster Risk Management Authority, DRMA, in the Bahamas has serious advice for Bahamians on the impending active hurricane season, and Minister of State Leon Lundy releases a video on hurricane season preparedness.
Get prepared. The message from the Disaster Risk Management Authority at the start of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. The newly formed DRM is a combination of the then National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and the Disaster Risk Authority, or DRA. Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, Leon Lundy, who now has responsibility for the DRM, issued an address on Saturday. So far, meteorologists have predicted an extremely active season with as many as 23 named storms, 11 of which will become hurricanes, with 5 at Category 3 strength or higher. His advice to residents.
My message to you today is: don't wait. Get storm ready. Take the necessary steps to prepare and protect your home, your family, and your business. Whatever you value, take steps to secure it. Don't wait. Get your supplies. Don't wait. Get your canned goods. Don't wait. Get your shutters or plywood. Don't wait. Get your prescriptions. Don't wait. Get storm ready.
Lundy said lessons learned from past storms have aided the authority in its work, and it's now ready.
When compared to what has been predicted this season, those years pale in comparison. And then, in 2019, there was Hurricane Dorian, the ultimate reality check for our country. We learned some hard lessons from Dorian, but we used those insights to strengthen our approach to disaster management. We passed the Disaster Risk Management Act in 2022, and I was pleased to oversee its enforcement on April the 15th, 2024. The government is ready. We've been working tirelessly to strengthen our disaster preparedness and response capabilities.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
In association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister has expressed outrage over the brazenness of gang-related killings. It follows the country's latest mass shooting, which began in Gonzales and ended near the doorsteps of the Port of Spain General Hospital. 4 people are dead and scores shaken up. The health minister is now promising to provide support to those rattled by the fatal shooting incident. CNC3's Jesse Ramdio has details.
For a group of men who had just finished playing a game of football in Gonzales near this establishment on Sunday evening, their panting breaths would be their last. Eyewitnesses said armed men emerged from a vehicle and opened fire, hitting several, including a woman. The bloodshed in Belmont would spill over into the ambulance bay of the Port of Spain General Hospital as gunmen ambushed medical personnel attending to the injured persons who had been brought in, leaving 4 dead in the aftermath. Staff and patients at the hospital stunned and shocked over an incident that they say could have ended worse. Speaking with the media shortly before midnight, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines said gang-related killings have become outrageous.
But when gunmen could do that and then come in the hospital to finish off their dirty work, it tells you that they have no fear or no respect for anything, anyone, including the law of Trinidad and Tobago, and how the sanctions of the law will work against them.
The victims have since been identified as Peter Williams, Kevin King, Jonathan Arjun, and Jaden Reyes. During an interview outside the Forensic Science Center, Reyes' mother said her son, who was a third-year medical student, was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. According to Hines, information suggested that 65% of killings last year had been gang-related. Health Minister Terence Dialsing told CNC3 News that key evidence has since been handed over to the police.
So the CCTV system that we have in place was able to pick up the vehicle clearly, the vehicle number plate, and the perpetrators or the alleged perpetrators, and that video evidence has been handed over to the TTPS.
Dialsing, who condemned the attack, said counseling and support are being provided to staff and patients at the hospital. The Trinidad and Tobago Medical Association noted that it was disheartening for an attack to occur outside a place of refuge. The association warned all healthcare providers to remain vigilant and aware of their surroundings. Jesse Ramdale, CNC3 News.
In response to the shooting incident that took place at the Port of Spain General Hospital on Sunday last, Minister of Health Terence Dialsing and Chief Executive Officer of the NWRHA, Major Anthony Blake, met with the hospital staff and security personnel to discuss enhanced security measures at the premises TTT News has more.
A media release from the Northwest Regional Health Authority confirmed that security and police presence at the hospital has been significantly increased, with multiple checkpoints in place. On Sunday, 5 individuals were brought to the Port of Spain General Hospital for treatment following a shooting in Gonzales, where 2 were pronounced dead on arrival. While medical staff were attending to the injured, several assailants, masked and clad in police tactical gear, entered the hospital armed with high-powered rifles and shot one of the patients. He subsequently succumbed to his injuries. A relative of the victim was also injured in the attack.
An inspector of police in Trinidad and Tobago, Ajeni Balewa, who is in charge of the Cyber and Social Media Unit of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, TTPS, has stressed the need for everyone to be vigilant about what's shared online. Mr. Balewa spoke on TTT's Now Morning Show. More in this TTT News item.
One police inspector, Ajeni Balewa, in charge of the Cyber and Social Media Unit of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, has stressed the need for persons to be vigilant about what's shared online. Mr. Balewa spoke on TTT's Now Morning Show.
We as human beings love to put things out there about our lives and where we are at and what we are doing. Mm-hmm. That should be curbed, because you are now creating in a public space the opportunity to track you, the opportunity to know things about you and your family that should be kept private. Mm-hmm. You are actually putting things there that can put yourself in danger.
Inspector Ajeni Balewa went further to offer some ways we can secure ourselves when shopping online, especially when using digital marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, where users can arrange to buy, sell, and trade items with other people in their area.
Is that you use police stations, public places to meet. You look at getting the item to make sure the item is actually what it says it's supposed to be before you exchange the money.
Right.
Go along with a friend rather than go by yourself. You know, these little things help, you know, to keep you a little bit safer.
Yeah.
Nothing is foolproof. But at the end of the day, we must take the necessary security steps for ourselves.
Mr. Balewa closed by encouraging citizens to take advantage of the Cyber and Social Media Unit's outreach programs, where you can be educated on cybersecurity and securing your information online.
Jamaica's Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, narrowly avoided serious injuries following a bicycle incident on Sunday morning. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, commended Tufton for setting a positive example by wearing his helmet, highlighting the importance of road safety awareness. CVM's Ronaldo Adams reports.
Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, had a lucky escape after being hit off his bicycle on Charlemont Avenue in St. Andrew on Sunday morning. This is a post Dr. Tufton made to Instagram mere hours after the incident. The minister remains in hospital up to news time. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, extended his best wishes to Minister Tufton.
We are giving thanks that the name of the Honourable Minister of Health, Chris Tufton, was not in the dreaded police report about road deaths in the nation. And as we give thanks for his life, we commend him to the mercy of God Almighty, that he may recover speedily and return to his work to do the nation's business.
An ardent road safety campaigner, Dr. Jones spoke about the importance of wearing a helmet.
As we have been saying, helmet saves lives. And even though he was a pedal cyclist, and the law does not require you to wear a helmet, he set a good example and may have saved his own life by wearing a helmet. So we want to commend this example to all the motorcyclists, all the pedal cyclists, and to commend to all road users the importance of making sure that you are safe on the roads, that you slow down, that you don't drink and drive, that you don't smoke marijuana and drive, that you don't use your cell phone and drive.
Dr. Tufton suffered a broken wrist but underwent a successful surgery. Ronaldo Adams, CVM News.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillean Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.